Hey everyone, so LG has released two major smartphones this year. Earlier on April, they released the LG G5, and just this week, the LG V20. So we're going to do a comparison between the two, seeing how they stack up. And we're going to start this off by powering both phones on at the same time. So the V20 is the world's first phone on Android N 7.0. G5 still in Marshmallow, but once it's upgraded to N, I will provide an update video. Both these phones, pretty similar internals, both Snapdragon 820, both 4GB of RAM. But there are a lot of differences I'll discuss throughout the video. Alright, so here, V20, first one to load up. Alright, so let's head on over to the app page. And we're going to start off with Temple Run 2. Alright, so the V20 looks like getting off to a head start here, and looks like it will win this first test. And G5 getting stuck there a little bit at the loading screen. So yeah, obvious win there for the V20. CNN next. One of the slow loading apps to see if it works. Like doing this 1 second just because it is so slow. But you see there, V20. Alright, next up is iFunny. Looked really similar to me. YouTube. Oops. Press a little faster there on the G5. Let me redo that. Alright, YouTube. Alright, so looked a little bit faster on the G5 in terms of loading the actual last image, calculator, clock, eBay. So V20 there. Asphalt 8. So yeah, so far I gotta say I'm pretty impressed with the V20, and I'll discuss my reasons for that throughout the video. Wasn't a big fan of the G5 honestly, but a lot of that had to do with the design. Alright, so you see there, a little bit faster on the V20. Let's do photos. So faster on the V20 in terms of loading all the photos. ESPN. This is, along with CNN, one of the really slow loading apps. And we'll just give it a few more seconds, see if it actually loads up. Alright, so this time G5 wins. Again, very slow loading app. Alright, and V20's up as well. So for the most part, the V20 won most of them, although the G5 did win a couple. Alright, and here's the Antutu benchmark that I ran. And we'll have more stuff covering throughout this video, so stay tuned. 138,000 for the G5 versus 144,000 for the V20. So next up, let's look at the cameras. Actually, we'll do web browsing next, do some Chrome. And going to be going to some sites that we have not been to on either phone. Let's start off with, actually, been to that one. Let's do Fordham. So again, sites I haven't been to on either phone. I guess we'll do Ford next, just saw it pop up. Alright, so Fordham. Alright, so see here a little faster on the V20. Alright, let's do Ford next. All right, so Ford.com. All right, so this time faster on G5, or at least so far. Let's see if it loads up on the V20. All right, let's do a couple more. Let's do USF, University of South Florida, and then UCF. All right, so faster there on the V20, and one more. All right, so looked about faster there on the V20 again. We'll do one final one. Let's just do. We'll do Brown. We'll do Ivy League. All right, it's Brown University. Again, faster on the V20, and I did do a couple practice tests. I got the same exact results. For the most part, the V20 is faster loading apps, is definitely faster the web browsing. All right, so let's look at next up. We'll do multitasking in a second. Let's do fingerprint scanner. Oops, let me just. All right, so yeah, both fingerprint scanners are on the back. You only need to tap your finger on it to activate. Oops, didn't work time on the G5. Let me try again. So what I found is it's definitely a little bit faster on the V20, as you guys can see. Not much of a contest, actually. Yeah, so clearly faster there. Let's take some pictures. So both these phones actually have dual cameras on the back, both 16 megapixels. For this one to see, this one to see how fast they take pictures. Oops, got the selfie on. Let me turn that off. All right, so just gonna take some pictures here. So both obviously really fast, as you guys can see. Both capable of taking pictures at a really fast pace. And let me just switch to, actually that's on wide angle. Let me try this. Yeah, so both clearly extremely fast, and we'll have an actual video comparison on my channel later. You guys check out. In terms of front-facing camera, actually the G5 front-facing is a little bit better. It's 8 megapixel versus 5 megapixel on the V20. But aside from that, almost everything else is advanced for the V20. We will do multitasking in a second, but just want to cover more of the specs. So in terms of screen size, you are getting a larger screen on the V20. 5.7 inches versus 5.3. 513 ppi versus 554. So really high resolution for both. In terms of cameras, so again, 60 megapixels on both. You do have dual cameras on the rear. 32 gigabytes internal storage versus 64. Both do a micro SD card support. LG G5 2800 capacity battery versus 3200 capacity for the V20. Both are removable. Snapdragon 820 for both 4 gigabytes of RAM. Both do have USB Type-C at the bottom. Now the G5 is a lot cheaper. It's around 420. The V20 starting at around 700, maybe a little bit less. So again, a lot cheaper for the G5 at this point. Marshmallow versus Android N. And both do have always on screen displays, which I'll show you in a second. So kind of hard to make out on G5. You see it here at the top. And on the V20, it is up here. So you do have this secondary screen. We'll be covering more of this throughout the video, but as you guys see, pretty cool feature. So yeah, you do have this second screen always on there. Oh yeah, so in terms of build quality, now this is the big thing. The G5, it's supposedly metal under here, but you do have very thick coating of plastic over it, and it just feels pretty cheap in my opinion. Now the V20, and personally guys, I really like the design of the V20. I think it's mostly because of the color that I got. So this is the black version. So I got some crap here at the back. Let me just wipe that off. Alright, so yeah, this is the black version, Titan version. Really love the design on here. Think it looks great, both the front and the back. And more importantly, it is metal. So really premium material. Definitely a much better feeling than G5. Alright everyone, so let's have a look at some multitasking. And then we'll wrap this up. Alright, so let's go back towards the beginning. Let's do temp run 2. So it looks like both are going to reload the game. And looks about the same, maybe fraction of a second faster on G5 there. Alright, let's check out some more. Camera. Antutu benchmark. So yeah, actually G5 multitasking looks pretty good. I think it might be a very minor step up. And here as well. Alright, let's try out a few more. CNN. So the V20 does win this one. Let's give it a few seconds on G5. Alright, so G5 there. eBay. Again, G5 there. So it looks like, I mean, for the most part, guys, the V20's been doing excellent in this test. Been winning pretty much everything. Looks like the V20, or rather G5 might be a little bit better at multitasking. Let's just do a couple more sites. Let's do... Yeah, so there's some basic stuff. Asphalt 8. And kind of loading up different screens there. I mean, obviously the multitasking is really fast on both, as you guys can see. But gonna hand the last test to the G5. Hopefully, with optimizations, they can make it a little bit better on the V20 moving forward. But yeah, guys, for the most part, I mean, the V20 definitely a much better phone. Been doing very, very well in the speed test for the most part, winning everything except for the multitasking. Alright guys, so thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe for more like this in the future. We'll be having a lot more tests. And thanks again for watching.